Continuing on with my look at my 30 favorite TV shows of all time, we come to number 29 on the list. Another animated show from the 2010s. There was a lot of really good ones, and Disney had one of the best ones overall with my number 29 pick, and that is, of course, Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is a show that was on Disney Channel for about 2 seasons, spanning over the course of 4 years. It began in 2012, and then the 2 seasons spanned out between 2012 and 2016 when the show aired. If you don't know what the show is, it follows the adventures of Dipper Pines, played by Jason Ritter, and his twin sister Mabel, played by Kristen Schaal, who are spent to spend the summer with their great uncle, or Grunkle Stan, played by series creator Alex Hirsch, in Gravity Falls, Oregon, a mysterious town rife with paranormal incidences and supernatural creatures. The kids help Stan run the Mystery Shack, the tourist trap that he owns, while also investigating the local mysteries. And as the show continues on, it gets deeper and more intense and just becomes this really fun, insane show that you would not think a corporation like Disney would ever put on, but they put it on, and boy, it was worth every minute of it. This was a show I got to very late on. I didn't catch the show until well around the time the show was coming to an end. I think actually the first episode I ever saw was honestly the last episode they ever did, which was such a good episode, and the show overall is just great. I mean, it's just such a fun, weird, over-the-top show, and just so keeps you invested with every single episode that happens. You get invested in all the characters. Jason Ritter and Kristen Schaal work off each other very well. Alex Hirsch does all these different characters. He's not just Grunkle Stan. He's also Seuss. I forgot who ran the Mystery Shack, but he also does the voice of Bill Cipher, the villain of the show, which we'll get to him in a minute because, yeah, he is something else. But you also have Linda Cardellini, and then J.K. Simmons comes in later on as Grunkle Stan's brother, Stanford Pines. And the show is just such a ton of fun overall. I mean, it is such a great show that just has everything that comes together so well. The show just, like I said, it keeps you invested all the way through, and it keeps building as the show goes on. It starts off just like a normal, typical Disney Channel show, but then as time goes on, it does become something much more. It becomes its own unique little animal, and just really just works all the way across the board. I mean, everything builds up to the final episode, which is just such a great representation of how far everybody has come since then. The last episode of the show is so well done, from building up the tension, the drama, the comedy, the action, the animation, the music, all done very well. Everything gets wrapped up in a nice, even storyline. The main characters get their closures. The supporting characters get closures. The battle between Bill Cipher in the final battle was one of the most tense and action-packed climaxes you will ever see in your life. I mean, this thing is just so well handled on every single level. I mean, it's just such a great ending to this really great show that had so many great memorable characters, especially the main villain, Bill Cipher. I mean, Bill is just, he is something else, man, but in a good kind of way. Like a powerful demon that can be summoned and released in a person's mind. He's like a one-eyed yellow triangle with a top hat and a bow tie. And he really is one of the coolest and most menacing villains of recent memory. He just has this simplistic look to him, but his motivations and plans are so demonically evil, and he has this over-the-top personality to him that makes him all the more badass at times. Like, he really is a big threat in this show, and he does show it in every single episode he's involved in. But, I mean, not much more I can really add to this that hasn't already been said, man. Gravity Falls is just a terrific, terrific show. Probably the last big, bold thing that Disney has ever done at that point in terms of their animated shows before they kind of stepped back from that a little bit. But, hey, it's a great show all around. One of the great Disney Channel shows ever made. One of the great Disney animated shows ever made, period, when you really think about it. But, yeah, Gravity Falls is great. I'm glad they never... honestly, I'm kind of glad it ended with the second season, because it really needed to end right where it did. I feel like if you tried to continue it, you probably would have overkilled it a little bit, but I'm glad Gravity Falls ended when it did. Ends it on a good note. Second is number 29 on my list of my favorite TV shows, Disney's Gravity Falls. So there you go. That is number 29 on the list. If you want to hear what I had to say about regular show last week, take a look at the video there and also at the playlist below. And I will see you guys next week.